안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 유튜브 트위치 여러분, 파이널 판타지 16편 오늘 5일차네요. 어제 하브하고 이야기하기 직전까지 했었죠. 뭘 하려고 했었지? 어빌리티 중에 뭐 하나 배우려고 했던 것 같은데. 2300 모아서 한판 해본 게 데미지 별 4개. 그만 하나 둘 셋 넷 다섯 여섯 일곱 여덟 또한 수총 8. 보리님 어서오세요. 반갑습니다. 물 한 잔 감사합니다. 위에 많이 춥죠? 부산이 영하권이니까 말 다 했네 진짜. 체감 온도는 몇 도나 돼요? 영하 한 네이버로 봤을 때 1점 몇 도든가 서울 지방 온도가? 체감 온도 영하 10도까지 떨어지겠는데?
That room's as ragged as I hear there's
불과 일주일 전만 해도
area.
덥다고 지금 무슨 12월달 기온이 이렇냐고 했었는데 진짜 일주일 사이에 완전히 극과 극을 달리고 있는 것 같아요. 너무 추워요. 추워요. 가부 여기로 왔군.
But none of the curse breakers have returned.
네, 하루하루가 그냥 막
It's
극단적으로
all
가네.
right to touch him.
날씨가.
I don't know. You go first.
가부 아예 눈을 못 뜨는구나.
I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
새로운 은신처입니다.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it
이번엔
first.
저길 파괴하러 가면 되나요?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And
목이
now
상당히
all
좋은가 보다.
eyes are
저
on the
땅을
Strait of
차지하게
Ortha.
하려고 서로 막 안달이 나 있네요.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor.
아, 자치령이 아니라 달메키아에 있는 마도
They'll
크리스탈을
never see us
없애러
coming.
가야 되겠는데. 그러니까 지금 가야지.
It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
두 번째 마도 크리스탈.
Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia.
달메키아.
Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
4개 남았네요.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kuku would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps.
아니면 차라리
There is one
전쟁이
place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
자치령.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
큰 배를 빌리겠네.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
전에 마더 크리스탈 파괴하러 갔을 때는 시드의 목숨을 내어줬는데 이번에는 또 무슨 일이 있을지. 현상수배인가요 이거? 뭔가 X 표시가 돼 있는데? 오토의 사무 업무. 뭐지? 오토의 사무 업무 개방. 몇 가지 시설을 이용할 수 있게 됐다. 협력자 연락 창구, 지원품, 리스키 몹. 아, 저 모그가 하는 게 리스키 몹 그거구나. 오케이. 명성이네요. 처음 보는 화폐 저게 뭔가 했는데 명성이었어. 퀘스트를 달성하거나 리스키 몹을 쓰러뜨리면 명성을 얻을 수 있다. 지원품 창구에서는 명성이 일정치 쌓일 때마다 지원품으로서 다양한 아이템을 받을 수 있다.
What are we waiting for indeed?
사이드캐가 생겼네요. 일단 저기가 밑으로 내려가는 길이었나요? 여기 식물 키우는 곳인데? 공수기잖아 이거.
They'll try your apples soon enough. See, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
많이
It's
큰
good
거
to know
같은데?
that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
그때는 사람 키보다 조금 더
Martell's
컸는데.
pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she
그때 그 사람 죽었구나.
after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat.
뭐죠?
And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
엄청 내성적인가 보네.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martell apples, they're called, in honor of her memory.
은신처 내부에서 할 수 있는 퀘스트네요.
Hear
다행히도.
that, Martell? Today's finally the day.
멀리 안 가도 되어서 다행이라면 다행일 수 있겠네. 분명한테만 주면 되네.
It's not the
어디지?
Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still. Could explain Blackson's foul.
어디야? 한 명은 똑같아. 카파나래.
That room's as ragged as.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait,
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
바로 옆에 있나? 프랑탱.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
빨갛고 달콤한 열매. 은신처의 코맹이 맛의 유지를 이어 바닥 나무에 열린. 이게 무슨 열매랑 닮았을까?
Blimey,
뭐가?
these take me
아닌데.
back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since.
사과보다는 좀
Old
더
Sid was the only
투박하게
one who could
생겼는데.
stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, made Martel livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martels, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
다시 가야 되는구나. 완료하려면.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
못해.
Planning a journey?
Clive. Oh, same old.
얘 사이드 퀘스트를 바로 받을 수 있게 해줬던 녀석인데.
So, And Sid. But he's still with us too. Here you go.
없네요.
Seen enough?
남아있는 사이드 퀘스트.
Oh, Clive.
예시래.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
The patron's whisper. Does that mean someone else is taking care of our friend's donations?
Oh no, that's still me. It's just Karen has her toll, Blackthorn has his hammer. I thought a new name might liven things up. I still catalogue every item that arrives, in addition to setting aside those tokens of appreciation the sender has specified are to be presented to you personally.
퀘스트 열심히 해야
Would you
되겠네요.
like to see if we have any? Business is busy.
편지 대필?
Still. Words are immortal. Come to claim your just desserts?
시설 소개. 클라이브가 명성을 얻으면 그에 상하는 지원품을 받을 수 있다. 퀘스트를 달성하거나 리스키몹을 쓰러뜨리면 얻을 수 있다. 누적되기 때문에 지원품을 얻더라도 소비하지 않는다. 그때그때 받을 수 있는 건 다 받으면 된다는 얘기인 것 같은데요. 기부인이 보낸 지원품. CD 활동 공감했습니다. 앞으로도 힘내주세요. 뒤에서 나마 응원하겠습니다. 수령.
Here you are.
젤리, 철생사, 튼튼한 가죽, 어빌리티 포인트 400포인트? 오, 지금 제가 55포인트거든요. 용병단, 메테오라이트.
You earned this.
85 이상 되면 받을 수 있대요. 버서커 링! 공격력 올려주는 링 같은데?
Best of luck out there, Sid.
넥타르. 오?
What's the matter, Nectar?
여기가 리스키몹?
The hunt board. It's where the curse breakers
뭐지? 왜 두 마리나 X가 돼 있지?
Those that might pose a threat to our operations
앞전에
if they were
처음
left to
만난
roam free.
리스키몹 하나만
Just because
잡았는데
they can't be dealt with when they're spotted doesn't mean they can't be dealt with later. Was that what you wanted to know? Right. Well, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the blight and the war. The last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
몇 마리나 있죠? 근데 궁금하네. 모그의 언어를 어떻게 얘는 알아들을 수 있는 건지. 회사에는 리스키몹의 출몰 장소가 적혀있고 참고만 하면 되겠네요. 발리시리는 넓다. 프라이브가 모르는 지명이 적혀있을 때도 있다. 복극담에 적힌 지명에도 주목해라. 지명 주변을 돌아다니다 보면 언젠가 위치를 찾게 될 거다. 울리치노의 숲에서에는 멋진 가위표를 그려주겠다는데 지금 2개가 돼 있단 말이야. 아, 쓰러뜨리면 뭔가 있나?
I don't think so.
아련한 날개. 난이도 랭크가 있나봐요. 게시판 보자. 시설 소개. 리스키몹의 수배서를 확인할 수 있다. 아이콘이 따로 있나봐요. 메인 스토리 진행에 따라 수배서가 추가된다. 아리만 잡았죠. 잡았어. 날개 달린 귀부인. 노르방 요새를 출입하는 상인에게 들은 이야기에 따르면 요새에서 노스리치로 가는 길에 날개 달린 마물이 출몰한다고 한다. 진위는 확실하지 않지만 근방을 지날 때는 주의하도록. 노르방 요새를 출입하는 상인에게 들은 이야기. 노르방 요새에서 노스리치로 가는 길. 벨페고르 이스트풀에서 꽤 가까운 언덕의 중형 드래곤. 이름을 3개밖에 없네요. 그리고 또 새로운 NPC 비비안.
Here for another of my lectures.
지식인이죠.
What is it that you wish to learn?
뭐 바뀌었나?
Study it well, Clive.
전체 이야기의 흐름을 여기서 볼 수 있다는데
I have the details here.
공마음. 이 시스템은 솔직히 잘 모르겠어.
The state of the realm is ever changing, Clive.
일단 사이드 퀘스트 먼저 완료합시다.
That broom's as ragged as
I hear there's trouble in Rosette.
Think it's alright to touch him?
방송을 시작하기 전에 유재석 유튜브 채널인가요? 핑계고 나오는 채널 이름이 뭐지? 이게 뭐였더라? 뚠뚠인가? 맞네, 뚠뚠이네, 뚠뚠. 이번에 무슨 시상식을 했던 거를 영상을 올렸더라고요. 무려 2시간이 조금 넘는 영상이던데, 와, 나 시상식 영상을 스킵 한 번 없이 처음부터 끝까지 다 본 건 처음이에요. 또. 와, 확실히 잘해. 진행도 잘하고 재밌고 이컷 웃었네 진짜. 한 일주일 웃어야 될 거 다 웃은 것 같아.
I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel. Why did you
좋아요도
have to die?
눌러주고 구독을 안 하고 있던데 구독도 하고. 채널 구독을
She
잘
put
안
everything
하거든요.
into her work.
유튜브.
She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough
근데
to enjoy. And now
오랜만에
we
구독도
do.
하고.
When she died, I named a sapling after her, and now it's a full-grown tree. Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's
열매가
not
많이 안 난
too
것
much to
같은데
ask.
이걸 막 저렇게
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well
수확을 해도
provided
되나?
for.
싶네요.
They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
컴플릿. 명성이 또 올랐다. 뭐죠? 아, 이거 추억의 물건으로 들어가는구나. 방에서 볼 수 있으면.
This tongue here forms the black from the lake water and renders it clear. You'll have to ask Mid if you want to know how it works, though.
월드맵에서 호크크라이 절벽으로 간다. 리스크 몹을 지금 잡을 수 있나? 월드맵에서 다른 데는 못 가네요. 지금? 여기로밖에 못 가네? 다른 거 할 거 없죠? 갑시다. 로자리아 나무.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
안 돼, 위험해.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
근데 앞전에는 못 빠져나오고 한 명이 목숨을 잃었잖아. 불안해, 그래서. 토르갈.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past.
얘도 뭔가 비하인드가 좀
If
있나
I
본데.
am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
왜지?
Come on.
프로가 뭔가 불안함을 느낀 건가? 포트 이졸대로.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
엠버. 호크라이, 올드힐, 습지, 슬픔에만, 시륵, 로큰. 아까 리스키몹 얘기 나왔던 장소는 안 보이죠? 시륵에서 아사여관, 하위산, 올드힐, 절벽. 아이템 먹고 갈게요. 아니, 여기 적들하고 레벨 차이가 좀 나면 얘네들도 우리를 인식 안 할 것 같은데. 24렙? 쟤는 인식하겠다. 혼내시네요. 이게 뭐지? 입으로? 네.
Too slow.
네. 리스키 몹은 아니었구나. 야, 떨어지면 안 되는 거 아니야? 이거 써야 되겠다. 페럭트. 너무 빨리 썼나요? 여기 얼마 안 찼네? 어디 있었나? 아, 여기가 그때 길이었구나. 가보고 싶긴 했는데 이렇게 떨어져서 가게 될 줄이야. 뭔가 있어요 여기. 이게 뭐야? 비석인데? 뭐지? 포션 하나 사올 걸 그랬다. 애들 레벨이 다 여긴 조금 높네요. 좀 있으면 레벨업이다. 힐. 저기 큰 녀석 하나 있네요. 위스키 몹인가? 홀드 힐. 힐을 다 밝혀놓고 와야지. 레벨업 27레벨. 여기 다 찼네요. 좋아요. 여기 뭔가 있어요. 갈 수 있나? 아, 그렇지? 쉽게 갈 수 없겠지? 아, 못 피했다. 울려 퍼지는 천둥 소리. 도전 과제. 저기 뭐지? 멍멍 멍멍. 뭐지? 왜 으르렁거리지? 막혀있네요 길이. 찼네 벌써? 생각보다 빨리 차는데 게이지. 연투 한 2번이면 다 차네. 2~3번이면 아낌없이 써도 되겠는데? 오넷.
They'll get surrounded. Stay down.
상자다. 안녕. 이 녀석이죠? 이브루?
Nice try.
뭐 있는데?
Too slow. Nice try. Slow. Nice try. Another. Nice try. And another. Garuda!
멋있다. 아, 멋있다. 멋있기만 하다. 쫄몹들이 많을 때는 참 괜찮은데 저걸로 확 쓸어버릴 수가 있는데 이렇게 단일몹 있을 때는 낮이 뭔지 모르겠더라고요. 바꿔야 되겠는데. 은근히 포션이 잘 안 나와. 구하기가 힘드네. 밥상 가득 차 있을 때는 심심치 않게 보이던데 먹으려고 하면 없어요. 블루버드. 뭐 안 맞아. 뭐죠? 뭐냐? 타이밍이 왜 이래? 갑자기? 하나도 안 맞아지는데? 뭐지? 한 대를 못 때리겠네? 연계가 안 돼. 고장났나봐요. 초코보가 엄청 많네. 얼추 맵은 다 둘러본 것 같아요. 블루바드. 혼자야.
mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! I think we're loyalists.
Jill,
무슨 일인가
Look.
본데? 누가 있다? 흑기사다.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn.
얘네들이
It would
베어러를
be a
숙청하면
pity to make
우리는
examples
얘네들을
of you
숙청해야
all
돼.
for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
what business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
베어러들이 당했나?
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
자막이 안 된다. 자막이.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
상인이죠.
You're a long way from home, aren't you?
돼지의 검, 배틀 체인, 푸른 술, 메테오라이트, 악보, 포션 하나 삽시다.
You won't be disappointed.
엘릭서를 하기엔 너무 비싼데요? 10,000원이나 해요. 지금 35,000원밖에 없는데. 영웅의 약은 소지수가 너무 작아요. 이런 것도
Keep to the
사먹기가
roads
참
now.
애매해. 판매원 누구지? 누구랑 얘기해야 될까? 아, 촌장. 상자 있네요. 톡. 아, 총장이 아니네?
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
제대로 망상이
Was this the
빠졌네.
first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
넌 안
You
되겠다,
don't
야.
think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
Run along now. Before one of the boys starts thinking you're something you're not.
More left to join the garrison this very morn.
At this rate, there'll be none left to help with the harvest.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we
조심할
are
수밖에
left
없겠어요.
alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will
에네벨라가
gladly submit.
클라이브
This village
어머니잖아.
will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way.
더 둘러볼 순 없나?
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome.
누군지 알아야 협력자로 만들 텐데.
Perhaps the next
정보가
village
너무
will
없네.
yield more answers.
Perhaps.
다시 마을을 되돌아가면 어떻게 될까? 쫓겨나나? 뭐라고 하려나요?
Look around you. We cannot afford to lose any more than we already have. Please, leave us be.
이렇게 나가달라고 부탁을 하는데도 꿋꿋하게 지금 아이템 하나 더 먹어보겠다고.
We're going hunting for outlaws.
이게 맞나 싶은데 봐, 이 상자 하나 있잖아. 여우철 생사 10개지만 저것도 나중에는 어딘가 제작하는데 쓰이겠죠? 갑시다. 괜히 마을 사람들한테
My husband might have stood up to those men.
안 좋은 이미지 심어주지 말고 갑시다.
2 more left to join the garrison this very morning.
수고하세요. 샬롯. 그렇게 만날 수도 있겠는데요.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
위에서 갑자기 뭔가 덮치지가 않았는데. 헌터다.
Ever since the apollo tree, we've seen more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking you? The mother crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
와, 늦었다 나. 다음번에 진짜 리미트기 한번 써야 되겠는데. 체력 회복하게. 안 쓸 이유가 없잖아. 여기 쪽으로 가야 되나? 여기로 가면 넓은 길이네요. 일단 좁은 길로 먼저 지나가면서 먹을 게 있는지 한번 훑어보고 넓은 길로 빠져나갑시다. 좋아요. 생각나? 여기는 그 피닉스. 아니, 피닉스 게이트에서 봤던 걔네들인데? 소환수의 유적. 내부에서 봤던 그 녀석들이야. 어허. 넓은 데로 갔다 갑시다. 누군가 있어요. 흑기사 같은데요? 아닌가? 흑기사 맞는 것 같죠? 흑기사다. 니들 이리 와.
More of my mother's men.
아, 네, 영어 더빙으로 바꿔서 하고 있습니다. 이 입모양도 영어 더빙이 딱 맞아요. 그리고 뭐 나쁘지 않네요. 영어 더빙도 괜찮은 것 같고. 둘 다 장단점이 조금씩 있는 것 같아요. 일반 대화할 때는 확실히 영어 더빙이 괜찮은 것 같고요. 뭔가 리액션이 좀 필요한 장면 같은 경우는 일본어 더빙이 괜찮은 것 같고, 차이점이 조금 있더라고요. 지금은 그냥 영어 더빙으로 봄이다 이거. 이게 뭐지? 어? 아이템을 주네. 물수원 블레이드? 뭐죠? 클럽의 어빌리티 런지의 데미지가 5% 상승한다. 아하. 공격력 12. 아우지. 이그니션. 룩스 갬빗 월 게이지가 지금 2칸이죠. 2400이네 나? 2400이니까 이거 배우자. 쓰고 싶었어. 뭘 바꾸지? 이게 터뜨려버리는 거지. 메모를 바꿔야 되겠다. 심판해 본 게. 아, 터뜨려버리는 거야. 그러면 이거를 하나 바꿔야 되겠네요. 여기를 갬빗 120? 갬빗 위키드 휠 아우지. 이거 마스터 하고 나면 스킬을 다른 소환수에도 붙일 수 있는데, 히트 웨이브도 살짝 쓰고 싶긴 한데. 이거는 뭐야? 루이스 할 게 없네. 난 뭐지? 라이트닝 로드 마법구? 아, 마법구를 때리면 이 마법구가 적을 때리는구나. 저게 터지기도 하네요. 스페링에도 이거 쓸 수 있으려나? 룩스 갬빗 한번 써보자. 정비로 가야 되죠. 이렇게 가봅시다. 아이템 좋아. 막사 붙였다. 화가 난다. 또 있네요. 기사들.
Nice try. Stay down.
포션 하나만 주세요, 선생님.
It's over.
뿅. 피자고.
Blood,
뭐지?
Clive.
And still wet.
흑기사물인가?
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To
허허, 이
dwell in
녀석들.
darkness, that we may purge the night and
안녕하를
welcome
잊지 마세요.
lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
보자.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of rebellion. To me, blades! Stay down!
이야.
Stay down! Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
불시의 수호자 걔 아니야? 조슈아?
We come bearing a message.
로봇 뒤집어 쓴.
Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in ordeal.
아, 많이 죽어 있겠다 또.
Guardians of the flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
한 바퀴를 돌았어요. 지금 아까는 못 갔던 육교가 열리면서
Find something, boy.
피 냄새인가? 설마 막 무더기로 쌓아놓은 거 아니겠지?
Found her.
아, 최악이네 진짜. 까마귀한테 뜯어먹히게 놔뒀네. 와. 다 베어러드리네. 살아 있을 때 묶었네.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
수습 안 해주고 그냥
Yes.
가는 건가?
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
대본시 씨. 이거 얼마만에 아이템 업그레이드야? 고개교 쪽은 막혀 있나 봐요. 내릴 순 없나? 스위치가 없네. 아, 사람들 시체. 여기서 이렇게 갔죠. 여기 와서 죽어 있다는 건 여기까지 도망치다가 죽었다는 것 같은데. 몹쓸 짓을 해놨네요. 기사들이. 까마귀 다 쫓아야 돼.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
일반 초코보는 엔카운터가 잘 안 되는데 색깔이 있는 초코보는 바로 인식을 하네. 성공 몹이라서 그런가?
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you?
아우 말도 마세요.
Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day.
네,
The next morning, you couldn't see the sun for all
안
the
가시는 게
reason.
좋습니다. 끔찍합니다. 이 앞에도 곧 끔찍해질 것 같습니다.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hush now. You didn't hear nothing.
로자레의 건국 250년.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed.
조금만 기다려.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
I'm hungry.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
들어가질 못하게 하니까 여기서 그냥
You find no succor to the south travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
문지기가 막고 있나 봐요. 어? 나 초코보 있지 않아? 그러고 보니까 초코보 있는데.
Nice try.
간단해 보인다 너? 오늘 개장이다. 간장게장. 자, 수영은 못하네요. 마을이네. 헬크 스트랜드.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. We should start with the main gate and see where that gets us.
박혀 있어요. 여기도 선착장. 먹고 가요.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-rinsed dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here.
Oh, enough for
Fuck off.
Hang it, chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties. Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
시작할 때 47%인가 2% 진행했던데 오늘 하고 나면 한 절반 정도는 진행을 하겠네요.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus.
들어갈 수 있나 보다 이제.
We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
철문으로 닫혀 있던데 어떻게 열고 들어가려나? 왜? 누군가를 만나나 봐요. 엄마 만나나?
The good news
여왕?
is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
클라이브 일행은 정문으로 안 가려고 마음을 먹었겠지만 플레이하고 있는 유저는 혹시나 아이템이 있을까 싶어 정문을 한번 둘러보고 있는 겁니다.
Why won't you let us in?
Not a step closer.
You'd leave us to the wolves!
공격도 안 되네요. 아쉽다. 강제로라도 진입할까 했는데 아무것도 안 되네. 여기도 아무것도 없나 봐요. 막혀 있었는데 아까. 이렇게 쉽게 열 거였어?
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
진짜. 상대에선 포션이 안 나오나?
Not abandoned then.
Oi!
도적이다.
Visitors!
도적이다. 뭐 털어먹을 게 있어서 여길 왔는가, 자네들.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
어? 배시 끝이 아니었네. 반대쪽에도 있겠네. 봅시다. 7명이네요. Or not. 나 맞았. 못 봤당.
Too slow.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
헐. 엥? 막 앞에 당한 애들은 안 죽었네? 어? 도적이 아니었어.
My lord, I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
기억이 안 나요, 누군지.
Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
이 사람들하고의 재회를 얘기했나? 챕터 제목이. 쓰러진 사람들을 어떻게 해? 안 죽었으니
And
됐긴
those who
하지만
wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after.
아, 얘네들을 잡으려고 했구나, 흑기사들이.
There is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against
협력자가
the
생겼네.
might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant.
Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool.
아, 원흉이네, 원흉.
And since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
아, 저 여자가
As to
배신을
why,
했었죠?
I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
설마 클라이브를 없애려고 지금 베어러들을 다 없애고 있는
Black
건가?
Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready.
그럴 수도 있겠다.
This is their main host. If we remove the head,
얘가 있으면 왕의 후계자 자리를 얘가
perhaps we can prevent what happened at the
이어갈
docks
수도
from
있으니까
happening somewhere else.
그걸 막기 위해서
If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
그냥 베어러랑 베어러는 다 잡아 죽이고 있는 것 같은 느낌인데.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name.
두고 넘길 수 없죠.
It cannot be
숙청하러
allowed to
가야지.
continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
확실하게.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at
얼마나
your side.
든든하겠어요.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
진짜 갈았다면 뭐 이렇게까지는 안 했을 텐데. 정체를 밝히지 그랬어.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
당연히요.
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage.
You're welcome. 얘 뭐야?
As you wish, my lord.
바로 장비합시다. 붉은 술 장식, 메테오라이트. 이건 뭐지? 사막에서 볼 수 있는 장미와 비슷한 형태의 광물. 이것도 역시나 제작 재료일 것 같은데, 한 10개 사놓을까요? 얼마 안 하네. 포션, 엘릭서, 영웅의 약.
I will be here should you need aught else.
We'll show them as much mercy as they did our sisters and
보고
brothers in Old
복수하러
Hill.
갑시다.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment.
당당하게
Sensing an
들어간다는 건가?
opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So wait. The bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
자. 게스트의 파티 참가. 게스트가 파티에 합류했다. 일시적으로 파티에 합류하는 캐릭터로 현재 필드만 동행한다. 다른 지역으로 이동하면 동행하지 않는다. 메이드가 동행을 하나 보네요. 유이대교.
We'll keep them from the bridge. Don't you worry.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
아, 사운드까지 바뀌네.
야!
야. 길도 바꾸나. 이 사람들 다 도망가고 있네. 다리를 피하십시오, 여러분.
There they are.
희바람이 불 겁니다.
On your command, my lord.
Straight home now.
이것들 어떻게 요리를 하지? 얘 마법사 먼저.
What is it now? I told you! We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
캡틴 이리왕.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their
몰리 몰리.
More dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
멀다. 이리 와라 너. 오.
A noble stand.
어둠의 용기사?
albeit a misguided one.
너 좀
Taking it,
피냐?
you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of
그러고 싶지 않아요.
cleansing. Give me thunder!
안 보인다 얘.
So wait!
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
한 대 맞았나? 몇 대 맞았나? 보스전이 아니어서 해당이 없나?
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all
오늘
begin
마더
again.
크리스탈 하나 더 파괴했으면 싶은데.
I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people
그리고 딱
starve.
마무리하면 이번
We
한 주가
battled to
정말
preserve the
깔끔하게
flame that was, but for every
마무리될
foe
것
we fell,
같거든요.
another springs up in its place.
다음 주 조금 빡빡하게
Yet be
달려서
that as it may,
엔딩까지 볼
it
수
is
있을지
still
모르겠네.
our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
다시 아까 거기네요. 여기도 은신처라고 봐야 되나? 불시의 수호자들은
And how
은신처.
long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians.
이
And had I
집안은
known of this tunnel
저
back
엄마라는 사람만 좀
I
문제가
wouldn't
있나
almost
본데.
have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
알고
I
있겠다
suppose a
길을.
formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
야 이렇게 되면 너무
And
쉽게
appearances
일이
must be
풀리는데.
maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter.
증표인가요 또? 그렇지?
It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
주머니에 증표만 지금 한가득 들어있겠다. 몇 개야 몇 개.
I shall wear it with pride.
사람들 만날 때마다 혹시 여기 집단은 어디시죠? 이러면서 증표 하나씩 꺼내가지고 확인시켜줘야 되겠네.
Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you.
너무 많아도
Or the
문제네.
Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
보니까 옷에 달고 있는 거 같지도 않아요. 지금 룩 되어 있는 거 보면은 보이지도 않는데. 바이런 로즈 필드 셔틀. 어떻게 바로 들어왔네?
How accommodating.
이상한데요, 그죠?
Do you really think they believe we are who
위에
we say we are?
있는 거 재규형.
Not a chance.
짝 소리.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
가볍게 몸 한번 풀고 시작하나요? 실력을 어느 정도 검증을 해줘야 믿을 것 같은데? 칼 없다. 뭐야 이거? 뭔 버그야? 아닌데?
You would mock me as well.
일부러 칼을 버그가 아니라
It is I, Sir Crandall of
뭐야
Camelot,
이게?
loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil, the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
뭐죠? 연극하는 건가?
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still?
예전에 합을 나눌 때 했던.
Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy
바로 알아보는 것 같네요.
charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
제외다 제외.
You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary.
뮤지컬은 한 장면이었나
Sir
봐.
Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens.
저기 삼촌 말 좀 들어주시죠.
We
우리
died
지금 시간이 없는데.
But Uncle,
you can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach.
아, 내 팔.
Go
빠졌다.
on, sit.
팔 빠졌어.
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but
그러면 잠깐만,
these atrocities are a
축구면
new low.
에너벨라가 이 사람의 동생이 되는 거 아닌가?
Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother.
클라이브는 더 넓은 지금
All right.
더
If it's a ship you
방대한 꿈을
require,
꾸고 있는데
a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim.
클라이브가 하는 말이니까 들어주는 것 같아요.
But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw.
반전 매력.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle.
전 이런 거 좋아하시는구나.
Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
딜도 지금 뭔가 사연이 있는 것 같은데 아직 사연이 드러나고 있진 않네요. 대륙 이동하고 나면 나올 것 같기도 하고.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
뭔가 있어 지금 질. 상태가 계속
Once outfitted,
근심 걱정이
she'll
있는
bear
거.
us across the
저런
boiling
거예요.
sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
철왕국이라고 했나? 얘가 원래 있던 데가?
Something on your mind?
갔다 온다는 건가 설마? 여기서?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path.
여기 자막이 좀 이상하지 않아요?
To live on my own terms. But before I can do that,
중간에 뭔가 번역이
I need to come to terms with my past.
내가 해석을 못하는 건가? Do you understand? 하고 물어봤는데 곁에 있을 수 있게 그냥 그 맥락상 그렇게 해석을 한 건가? 네, 모르겠네.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
보아하니 이거 대륙 넘어가고 또 던전 진행해서 크리스탈까지 가려면 시간 제법 걸릴 것 같은데 이거 오늘 중으로 할 수 있을지 모르겠습니다. 끝내면 좋긴 한데 바로 넘어가나? 뭐지? 은신처로 다시 가는 거예요? 아니 왜? 은신처로 굳이 갈 필요가 있을까 싶긴 한데 일단 갈 수 있는 데가 저기밖에 없으니 가도 될 것 같은데. 그래 나라.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
사이드 퀘가 좀 있네.
Typical nobles, cowering behind their walls rather than joining the fight.
옆에서 듣고 있으니까 얘기를 안 한다.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move. As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church does. But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline
종교국가네요,
orthodoxy.
완전히.
And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystal sacred.
와 난리
And they
나겠는데
do not
마더
take
크리스탈
kindly to
없어지면
heathens plundering the objects of their
나라의 근간을
worship
없애버리는
means
건데.
to fill wash tubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies.
마녀로 취급하겠네, 마녀로 완전.
Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Drastanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the duchy's grasp. Rosaria
침
tried to
타서
reclaim it, of
침공해가지고 저기를
course,
먹었구나.
but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity.
한 번에 바다를 건너가려면 부담이 많이 될 텐데
The Mother Crystal
중간에
is both
거쳐갈
the
수 있는
object of the Iron Blood's
요충지를 하나
worship
먹었네요.
and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drek's breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same. Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
바로 가는 거네.
And how may I assist you today? What is it that you wish to learn?
나 이건 봐도 모르겠네. 지금 클라이브를 중심으로 인물들을 설명을 해주고 있긴 한데 아이러니고 엘윈이 왕이죠. 사망했고 각각의 그 관계도를 나타낸 것 같긴 하네요. 관계도를 나타낸 것 같아요. 모르겠다. 이건 뭐 봐도 뭐. 우리가 어디를 이동하면서 지금 진행하고 있는지를 얘기를 하는 건가? 여기가 딱 거기네요. 드레이크 헤드에 잠입해 있던 때 후고 쿠프카가 시대의 은신처를 습격했던 때 지금이 2대 시드가 됐고 제일 끄트머리가 현재네. 불시의 소유자의 소장 외대 의제들을 섬으로 가는 여기가 딱 지금 여기가 계속 만들어 나가고 있는 상황이고 명성이 조금 더 늘었죠? 버서커링 시전 도지가 성공했을 때 일정 시간 공격 성능을 강화한다.
All done?
엥? 뭐지? 받으라니까?
How may I help you today, Clive?
받으라고.
You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
이걸 찍어야 되네. 다음 거.
There are new billets being posted.
오거스트.
Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
얼마나
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know?
대장장입니다.
He's barely got
블랙손은.
enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
두 개만 클리어하면
Will you
100 찍겠는데?
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
어디라고 했지? 노르방 요새. 노스리치로 가는 길. 이스트풀. 가까운 언덕. 사이드 하고 넘어갑시다.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on
가족
Boots,
갑옷?
and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by.
아하.
Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit.
아하.
I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer,
드워프 아닌가요?
I'm
드워프가
reminded
만든 거
that
아니야?
I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
어떻게 해야 되지?
Alright.
어떻게 해결해 줘야 되나
We're
이거?
going.
자기보다 실력 좋은 대장장이로 인해서 뭔가 현타가 온 것 같은데 이걸 뭐 더 좋은 무기나 장비를 만들어 달라고 할 수밖에 없잖아요.
Like a storm cloud full of ale.
굉장히 자기 대장
Didn't think anything
능력에
could
어떤
rattle him.
자부심을 갖고 있었던 것 같은데.
Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
That monster's taken quite a
아,
liking.
할머니구나.
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told
프로가
us.
뒤에 있네요.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit.
짜라면 누굴 얘기하는 거지?
So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out
오,
tracking
사냥도
beasties as
직접
he
하고
does working their
전투 능력이
hides.
좀 있나 봐요.
I see.
보러 가야 되나?
He did tell me something though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
요즘에 와가지고.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe.
오,
Care Northern. That was it.
Thank you, Karen.
리스키목 잡으러
Lost without
가겠네.
you.
At least you admit it.
So, the It sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea.
이렇게
Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
블랙손을 보내주고 당연을 데리고 와서 새로운 대장장이로. 설마 이야기가 그렇게 가진 않겠죠? 이건 뭐야? 케네스의 레시피. 꼬꼬 초코보 통구이. 으악! 초코보의 목을 딴다. 머리와 다리를 자르고 내장을 꺼낸다. 고기를 깨끗하게 씻는다. 물, 와인, 꿀, 소금, 제철, 향초, 향신료를 뭔가 치킨의 느낌인가? 맞네요. 양념에서 꺼낸 고기의 뱃속에 빵과 나무 열매를 넣는다. 백숙 같은 느낌이에요. 약불로 천천히 굽는다. 맛있겠다.
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh,
배고프네.
this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
설마 음식 만들어서 우리도 같이 먹어야 되는 건가? 두 개 다 하고
Something
나면
tells me you won't be taking no for an answer.
캡짜리 사줄 수 있겠는데?
I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew.
마물
It was
스튜.
once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's
저렇게 되면 곤란한데요.
infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient.
나무를 종류별로 다 잡아올 수도
beast,
없고.
no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a
아가미
simple
봄.
cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
로자리아산.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
외식가네요. 외식가. 일과의 대화는 잠시 미뤄두도록 합시다. 도즘해요.
Typical nobles.
아까 없던 거 아니야? 그쵸? 없었는데 요즘에요. 로스트윙에서 노르방 요새로 향하는 길에서 숲길을 뒤흔들 정도로 격렬한 바람과 마소의 울음소리가 들렸다. 일대는 도즘의 영역인 듯하니 충분한 주의를 기울이길 바란다. 그리핀처럼 생겼는데요, 그죠? 이거 뭐 다 C, B 이렇게 돼 있네. 출몰 장소, 쌍브레이크 황공령, 노르방 요새 서부. 이거 찾으러 가야 되네. 월드맵에서 여기 두 개 다 여기서 하는가 봐요. 사이즈 동선을 일부러 이렇게 짰나 본데? 막 멀리 왔다 갔다 하지 말라고? 괜찮네요. 이 정도면. 수족관 주인한테 먼저 가서 얘기를 듣고 어떤 곡인지.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Well,
Those of us who are
can't
still
exactly
here
leave old
have to
Martha
look after
alone
each other, don't we?
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad.
알고 있나 보다.
You're looking for scorpion tails.
Scorpion?
Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up. Hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer. There was a war
도구로
on, that
색이
sort of thing.
변하는 거 아닌가요?
Thankfully,
스콜피언을
times aren't
꺼내주고
yet as hard as that.
같이
Even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
먹고
Do the
괜찮을까?
scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 reeds would be your best bet.
걱정되는데?
Memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
은수저라도 챙겨가야 되겠네요. 은그릇을 챙기든. 여기 뒤쪽? 내려가서 가면 안 되겠네? 반대쪽으로 가야 되겠네? 리스키 몹은 어디라고 했죠? 기억이 안 납니다.
I remember you. You're the one who saved Norris way
있죠,
back
있죠.
when.
여러 도와준 적
Doing
있지.
well, you know. Sent me a letter.
음,
Got a little place of his own down by the border.
아직
Where
살아있구나.
no one will ever find him.
다행이네.
Touch wood.
Stay sharp. We don't know when those bastards will be back.
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
트럭 타고 갑시다.
Faster!
빠르긴 한 거지. 여기네요. 자주 왔던 데 같은데. 얏.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Don't stop!
자감해 보면.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse at least.
자, 그리고 저거 은신처에 있는 이건 말고 저널에서 안 나온다. 안 나온다. 위치가. 이런 씨. 어디야? 습지 아닌데? 슬픔의 만 아니고 별벽 아니고 브로큰 힐트 어디였지? 나사 브로큰 힐트였나? 아 이게 다시 보러 가야 되는데 이러면 이렇게 그린 시브스 어디였죠? 귀찮네. 갔다 와야 되나? 아니 이거 표시나 좀 해주지. 이거 어디서 볼 수 있는 게 없나? 근데 가이드 리스키모. 아 이게 끝이야 설명이. 어쩔 수 없네요. 가야지 뭐. 기억이 안 나는 걸 어떡해. 머리가 나쁘면 몸이 고생해야지. 참. 어쩔 수 없다.
Typical nobles.
How did we never hear about these guardians of the...
로스트윙에서 노르방 요새로 향하는 길. 로스트윙에서 노르방 요새. 로스트윙에서 노르방 요새. 아까 로스트윙이 어디였죠? 로스트윙에서 노르방 요새. 로스트윙 노르방 요새. 까먹지 말자.
Did you find our mystery ingredient?
I did indeed.
Marvelous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here.
안 기다려도 될 것 같은데 뭐 그냥 직접 만들고 직접 드시지. 굳이 이게 무슨 암살 식당도 아니고. 여기요? 저 괜찮아요. 사양할게요. 와 뭐야 이건.
I present Chance's stew.
사람이 먹을 수 있는 거 맞아요?
From the ashes of obscurity.
먹으면 안 될 것 같은데?
Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
분명하네.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss.
풀어줄 것 같은데? 먹고.
Odin's teeth. What the salt on the senses is like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to
삭힌
recover
홍어
from
같은
such an
느낌인가?
onslaught of flavors, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid. Thank you.
You're
저는
welcome.
홍어를 제 의지하고 상관없이
I won't rest until
먹어보긴 한번
steaming
했는데
bowl of Chance's stew sits
아
before everyone
진짜
in
못
a
먹겠더라고요.
hideaway. A single mouthful.
친구 돌잔치 갔다가
Scorpions of her own.
친구 어머니께서 맛있는 고기라고 먹어보라고 해서 아무 의심 없이 넉죽 받아 먹었는데 그게 홍어였어. 첫 홍어를 그렇게 먹었거든요. 와 눈물은 나는데 이건 진짜 어떻게 하지도 못하고 방어력 30. 오. 꾸역꾸역 먹긴 먹었지만 다시는 먹고 싶지 않은 음식 중에 하나예요. 진짜 홍어. 와 시도조차 안 하고 싶어. 로스트윙에서 노르방 요새. 어디야? 로스트윙이. 여기다. 로스트윙. 노스리치. 사이드 퀘스트는 아예 표시를 안 해주는구나. 직접 찾아야 되나봐요. 로스트윙에서
Good date.
로스트윙에서 노르방 요새. 노르방밸리. 노르방 요새. 여기네. 여기 가는 길이네. 와, 너무 먼데? 노스리치로 가는 길에도 뭐 있지 않았어요? 노스리치로 가는 길에도 노르방 요새 여기서 로스트윙에서 노르방 요새에서 노스리치 가는 길이라고 했는데? 아닌가? 맞는 것 같은데? 노스리치 두 개를 다 잡을 수도 있을 듯. 일단 노르방 요새 동문에서 이렇게 거꾸로 갈까요? 그게 더 가까울 것 같은데요? 아닌가? 오, 하이포션. 여기서 거꾸로 갈 수 있나? 아, 안 되네. 거꾸로 가는 게 안 되네. 그럼 어쩔 수 없지. 그냥 가야지. 먼 길이던데. 뭐 땅을 울릴 그런 소리가 있다고 했으니까.
Good day to you.
인사를 안 받아주면서.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
또 크리스탈 하나를 제가 깼거든요. 그래서 마법이 약해졌을 수도 있어요. 초코보 타고 달리면 되겠다. 맞죠 여기? 그러고 보니까 혼자서 움직이네 나? 아니네, 질이랑 다 있네. 얘네들이 계속 안 보여가지고 혼자 가는 줄 알았어. 캡 3렙이야. 지나갈게요. 지나갑니다. 애들 레벨이 안 맞춰지네요. 드래곤. 울프. 스바리우. 초코보요? 얘 빠른 걸 겁니다 아마.
Straight home now.
전투 때문에 안 되네. 야. 저도 근데 체감이 그렇게 빠른 것처럼은 또 안 느껴지기도 해요 사실. 체감상 그렇게 막 빠른 것처럼은 안 느껴지긴 하는데 그래도 뭐 어쩌겠어. 있으니 타야지. 어디에 있지? 여기 끄트머리 가봅시다. 여기 말고는 뭐 있을 법한 장소가 없는데. 여기. 아닌데?
Safe. It's over.
아, 이건 아직 못하는 건가? 못하네? 잠깐만. 그럼 어디야? 요새 입구까지 나가야 되나? 그냥 달려가 볼게요. 속도. 이게 일반 달리기. 스코브 안 탔을 때.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
다른가? 응? 있다. 대표님 어서오세요. 반갑습니다. 네, 크게 차이 안 나는 것 같아요. 맞아요. 또 좀 해요. 예, 만났어요. 이거 뭐 괜히 모으고 있다가. 와, 아니 왜 못 피해? 왜 못 피하지? 아니 저걸 왜 못 피하지? 와, 나 저걸 왜 못 피하지? 생각 없이 돈 뺐다가 죽겠는데? 와 8,500원이나 주네요. 엄청 많이 주네요. 레벨업도 하고 경험치도 많이 주고. 리스크 몹이 진짜 좋구나. 히로 칸에도 이거 고급 아이템 중에 하나인데.
Is something there, boy?
누가 있다. 얘인가?
Be our man.
얘가 그 장인?
Are you all right?
많이 아파
Guess
보이는데?
I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille.
Come here.
I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She sent you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a
얘랑 대화를
glorified tanner.
할 수 있게 해주면 되겠다.
And I don't imagine an impressive swordsman like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but
그러니까 직접 가서 얘기하기에는 자존심이 상하나?
I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life.
다꾸레님 어서오세요. 반갑습니다.
With all the griffin hide I
누나
can
잘
carry.
보내셨습니까? 어서오세요.
I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make. You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you.
여기는 체력 회복할 수 있는 수단이 포션밖에
Hopefully this will
없는
sweeten
건가?
Blackthorn's mood.
이전에 가공 가죠. 봐요. 온 김에 여기 노스리치로 가는 길에도 하나 있다고 했잖아요. 여기서 로스트 윙에서부터 해가지고 쭉 여기 가는 길에도 언덕에 하나 있다고 했으니까 그 리스크 몹도 잡고 갑시다. B급 상대할 만한 것 같아요. 아이템 장인한테 가서 이렇게
Good day to you. Sit.
포션을 사서 가고 싶긴 한데.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
What can I interest you in today?
악보 4만원치. 포션 꽉 찼네? 엘릭스를 하나 살까? 아니야. 엘릭스 너무 비싸. 포션도 꽉 찼네요. 갑시다. 어디로 가야 되죠? 여기 위쪽으로 가야 되네? 나가서 왼쪽으로? 쭉 가면 되겠네. 아까 노스리치로 가는 길에 언덕이라고 했던 것 같아요. 그죠? 언덕.
Word is the Black Shields took a hiding in the hands of some bearers in the old duchy.
흑기사들 아직.
think they'll be taking that out on?
아, 오히려 정예 부대가 다 죽고 나 우리가 지금 청소를 했는데 그러고 나서 오히려 더 활개를 치나 본데? 안 되겠네, 얘네들. 정리를 또 싹 해줘야지. 그러면. 러커브.
Ready go? Run like the wind.
어떻게 보면 조금 빠른 것 같기도 하고 어떻게 보면 아닌 것 같기도 하고 사실 잘 모르겠습니다. 빠른 건지 빠른 것 같긴 해요. 또 이렇게 보면 이길씩 주는 아이템들은 처음 먹고 나서 두 번째 먹는 아이템이라서 그런가? 언덕이라고 했는데? 언덕 뒤쪽 있을만한데 여기밖에 없다. 그렇지, 체감이 잘 안돼. 쟤인가? 아닌데 여기 랩터인데. 이거 랩터인데 다. 네, 맞아요. 빠르다는 속도감, 체감이 잘 안 돼요. 그냥 캐릭터 빨리 달릴 때보다 조금 더 빠른 것 같긴 한데, 쟤인가?
Straight home now.
얘인가 보다. 얘인가 보다. 무섭게 생겼다. 너냐? 아루나. 리턴 200. 좋습니다. 갑시다. 공중에 있네요.
This isn't gonna be easy.
못 피한 거니? 내려와라 이 녀석. 으악! 왜? 노토리어스. 다 잡았나 이러면? 한 마리 남았죠? 폭풍의 눈.
Rest well. I know I will.
좋습니다. 갑시다. 월드맵으로 가서 완료하고. 아! 시간 10시가 다 됐네요. 마더 크리스탈 구경도 못 하겠는걸?
That monster's taken quite a liking to
And with a bit of luck. How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
이전의 가공 가죽. 블랙선이 자신감을 잃을 정도로 뛰어난 최상품이래요.
You're joking.
분석해서 대답을 찾을 수 있겠지? 얘도 장인이니까.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was
새로운
done.
무기를 만들 수 있으면 좋겠네요.
So that's his secret.
무기가 아니라 장비겠네.
He's
방어구.
layered and cross-grained it. Good few times too. No wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive. You didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
어떻게 알아?
Camille, I believe.
유명한가
Thought as
보다.
much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see? And his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor. And again, most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
집안 내력이네.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him.
새로운 동기부여가 된 것 같아요, 저 가족이.
That was the idea. Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a Cursebreaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
잘 해결된 것 같아요.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted, I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
컴플릿. 135다. 드레이크 슬레이어 장비에서 드레이크 슬레이어 장비를 제작할 수 있게 된다. 장비에 관한 어리티 드레이크 슬레이어 장비 제작법이 적혀 있다. 이거 드레이크 슬레이어 장비 제작 개방. 새로운 게 열렸네. 얘가 만들어줄 수 있는 건가? 드레이크 슬레이어 장비에서를 손에 넣어서 대장간에 새로운 장비를 제작할 수 있게 됐다. 필요한 마테리얼을 준비하면 더 강력한 장비를 얻을 수 있다. 있나요?
What do you want?
해지의 검. 무기는 아닌 것 같고. 드레이크 슬레이어 벨트. 일렉트럼 저건 뭐야? 히로카네가 여기 들어가네요. 와, 능력치 차이가 많이 나는데요? 26이나 차이 나면 엄청 많이 나는 건데. 마지막 것도 마찬가지. 탁한 점액.
And how am I meant to do that then?
그러니까 그걸 어디서 구하는지를 얘기를 안 해주네.
That it? Fine.
리스크 몹인가? 저걸 잡아서 구하는 것일 수도 있겠네요. 봅시다. 보상은 안 나오니까 또 잡아야 뭘 주는지 알 수 있었던 것 같은데.
How did we never hear about these guardians of the...
하나 남았네. 얘인가? 이스트풀에서 꽤 가까운 언덕. 중형 드래곤. 이스트풀에서 꽤 가까운 언덕의 중형 드래곤. 근교 마을. 이스트풀.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received
Wow.
and everything promised?
악보도 봤네요. 악보랑 예스러운 크리스털.
Here you are.
클레릭 메달리언. 바이올프 앵글. 이건 135.
Best of luck
저거
out there, Sid.
잡아야 되나? 퀘스트 진행하기에는 시간이 좀 그렇고 이 녀석 잡고 마무리합시다. 그래야겠네요. 마을 근교라고 했죠? 이스트풀이었나요? 이스트풀에서 꽤 가까운 언덕. 이스트풀에서 가까운 언덕. 네, 출근을 해야 하겠죠? 내일 또. 네, 다음 한 주 이제 냉장고던데. 아, 냉장고인데. 여기겠네? 브로큰 힐트. 뒤편 여기에 있거나 여기 어딘가 있겠네요. 가까이 있더라고요. 요 며칠 전에 잠깐 내렸습니다. 아닌가? 잠깐만요. 아니야. 안 왔어. 그 눈 온 거는 한참 전이고, 몇 주 전이고, 비가 많이 왔죠, 부산에는. 영하로 떨어진 거는 이제 주말부터 갑자기 기온이 크게 떨어져가지고, 영하가 되었고, 그래서 뭐 비, 눈은 안 왔습니다. 광주에는 눈이 왔나봐요. 나 갈 거야. 도망갈 거야. 눈 구경하는 게 뭐 그렇게 쉽지 않죠. 부산 같은 경우는 1년에 몇 번 제대로 된 눈. 비 오다가 다음날 기온이 갑자기 팍 떨어졌나 보네. 얘는 뭔가 드래곤이 근육질의 드래곤인데 벨페고르 B등급이네요. 조심해야 되겠습니다. 아프더라고요, B등급. 근육이 장난이 아닌데.
A wild wyvern. This area. Nice try. Too slow. Too slow. Nice try.
Nice try. And another! Too slow. There's more! Too slow. Nice try. There's more! Nice try. There's more!
멋지게 마무리. (8,000원) 진짜 많이 주네. 용의 발톱.
Hope there aren't any more of them.
장. 나머지 릴크 몹들은 또 어느 정도 진행을 해야 나올 것 같긴 한데 현재 나와 있는 거는 다 잡은 것 같아요. 그치? 좋아요. 다 잡았네. 깔끔하네. 얘네들은 다시 젠은 안 되나 그러면? 어? 그건 어떻게 하지? 한번 잡고 나면
Welcome to
끝일까?
the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything
205.
promised?
아, 한참 많이 필요하네요.
Come again. I may have more for you. There are new billets being posted every day. Not enough swords to
그러면 먹을 줄 시간도 딱 마무리하기 적당한 시간이네. 설의 나라 진입하는 거는 이제 다음 주 주말에 다시 하도록 합시다. 아, 뭔가 아쉽네. 스토리가 많이 진행이 안 됐어요 오늘은. 생각보다 전투하고 이야기가 좀 많이 있었던 것 같아요. 괜찮은 애니메이션 한 편 맞다고 생각해야 되겠네. 아유, 감사합니다. 추가로 생긴 게 있네. 아무르시야. 오, 이거 바꿔야 되겠네. 아, 물 한 잔 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 네, 시청해 주신 분들도 다음 한 주도 힘내서 빨간 날이 올 때까지 각자 또 잘 한 주 보내시고 주말에 다시 뵙도록 하겠습니다. 물 한 잔 마실게요. 말도 안 되게 지금 기온이 많이 내려간 것 같은데 한파 피해 없도록 다들 잠들기 전에 소독제, 저는 주택이거든요. 그래서 물 한 방울씩 틀어놔야 돼요. 아니면 공파로 수도관이 터질 수도 있으니까 주택이신 분들은 신경 한번 써가지고 피해 없도록 조심하시고 이번 주말도 마무리 잘 하시기 바랍니다. 이번 한 주도 고생 많이 하셨고 다음 한 주도 다들 파이팅 하시길 바래요. 시청해 주셔서 감사드리고요. 조심히들 들어가시고 편안한 밤 보내시기 바랍니다. 좋은 꿈 꾸시고 다들 잘 자요. 감사합니다. 조심히들 들어가십시오. 안녕. 뿅.